What's going on? Welcome back to Jamie Reviews. I am James Michael, and today we are back with some Adidas action. Today I got young Noah, and he is not here for the glory. He is here for the culture. And before we get started, we would like to give a shout out to our sponsor of this video, Running Rabbit. They've got some of the nicest running apparel on the market, including young Noah's tank. They have shorts, they got shirts, tanks, singlets, sports bras, they have it all. So links will be down below if you want to take a look. So last year, Adidas came out with their Solar series of shoes, the Solar Glide and the Solar Boost being the main two. This year, we're going to focus on the update of the Solar Boost to see if this update is worth getting into. So with no further ado, this is our review of the Adidas Solar Boost 19. So the upper makes use of a combination of mesh and tailored fiber placement stitching. As you can see throughout the midfoot and sides of the shoe, the stitching is meant to help maintain some structure and support throughout the shoe. Last year's stitching on the upper was a bit much, almost taking over the entire midfoot. And luckily, this year's stitching is a bit calmed down. It still feels as if breathability was compromised a bit, because when compared to other shoes, the Solar Boost still feels a bit warmer once we got going. The saving grace to this is that the mesh around the toes is a normal mesh, not that plastic feeling upper from last year. We prefer this mesh much more than last year's. The tongue is a semi-flat tongue with a touch of padding, but we think using a different material would have helped with making the shoe less hot. The material of the tongue just does not release heat that well, which was an issue for me last year. Everything else about the upper seems okay, including the fit and the stability of the upper. And the external heel cup works just as well. Our feet always felt secure. And then you also have slight sidewalls that adds a bit of guidance. Now this is not a stability shoe, but it is fairly stable compared to a lot of other neutral style shoes out there. Overall, the upper is okay. There's some good, and there's some not so good. But the main story of any Adidas shoe is the Boost. Now, is Boost still life? Well, that's for you to decide. But if you ever tried Boost, you would know that it provides a bouncy, responsive ride that pretty much changed the game of athletic shoes, including running. The shoe still has that smooth, engaged feeling when taking on the roads. And cushioning-wise, this shoe can go for the long haul. We found it suitable for longer, more paced-out runs. But the weight of this shoe is still too much on the heavier end to be much of a faster up-tempo shoe. But that's why we have shoes like the Adizero Boston 8. That's a lightweight, faster shoe. But the ride of the Solar Boost is still smooth at moderate paces. It can just feel like too much shoe sometimes depending on how fast you're trying to go. But overall, Boost is still Boost, and this shoe has a lot of it. So the nice thing about Adidas shoes is that you get full continental rubber in their premium shoes. And the Solar Boost gets the full webbed rubber treatment here. Traction on roads is great. Even on wet roads, it was good to go. Now while the rubber does add weight, it's nice to know that you're going to get more durability out of the shoe. So is the Solar Boost good? Well, for me, it's okay. The upper to me still feels a bit over-engineered, but it is better than last year's. And Boost is still Boost. For better or worse, I still like it overall. The issue for me is that for $160, it's still in the higher end of shoes, at least when compared to other brands' higher cushioning shoes, in that $130 to $150 range. Like I said, I think this shoe is just okay, but I can see many dedicated Adidas fans loving this shoe. So the Solar Boost 19 is not a bad shoe. To me, it's just okay.
Test your might.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy James Michael for Jamie Reviews, here with the post-review review. Today we got the Adidas, depending on where you are in the world, Solar Boost 19. Now, last year this shoe was kind of like, I saw where they were going with it, but we never quite got there. So you heard my review, you know my thoughts, but today I got the new young legend, young Noah in the house. But before we get to him, this video is sponsored by Running Rabbit, provided the tank. We had some shorts, but we lost them. But
still Rabbit gang though, you know what I'm saying?
How you feel about the tank? You know,
I like the tank. It's fresh, it's light, I'm here for it.
I like it too,
It's
man.
good, man.
I like the details, like the side panels where it has like little rabbit-like perforations. It's the details that I
It's
like.
made out of rabbits.
Oh. All right,
I
so
was supposed to say that, my bad.
the Solar Boost. What were your thoughts, tidbits? What do you think about the Solar Boost?
See, I like the Solar Boost. I like the shoe. I like the Boost foam. I like the hint of stability it provides. I like the upper, wider, the most Adidas running shoes. But do I like the price point that it's at, man? I'm a young Noah, but I know the importance of saving my money. $160 at the top of the price point in the running sneaker market is not here. I don't like that. See, that's the thing. I like the shoe, but would I go out and spend $160 at my local running store? I would not. I think that's my take, James. Sue me.
But if you do spend the money, make sure you do links down below at runningwarehouse.com.
Of course.
But I'll be honest, man. I want to love this shoe, but to me, it's just too heavy. It's too bulky, and I feel like there's other shoes out there at the same price point or lower that can give me do the same job. I was telling you earlier, man. Boost was great. Boost is still good, but it's 2019. Since then, Nike came out with a lighter, bouncy foam. Saucony's doing a new one, this 2020. The Everrun came out when this came out, and they're already updating the new stuff. I feel like Adidas needs to like I said, Boost came out in 2013, 6 years ago.
They're latching on to any bit of popularity the Boost has left.
I know. I don't want them to become the next Asics. Like 6 years ago, I was like your size. Look at me now. Things change. I just feel like you need to adapt with the times. I mean, there's still some years left in Boost, but I feel like this is probably the time they should start like figuring out something new for about 2021. Because yeah.
Well said.
But the fit's pretty good. It's not as narrow as like the shoes like the Boston 8, which, should we review that shoe? The Boston 8?
We should.
You want to do that one?
If you'll have me back.
Oh, you know what? We'll make it happen.
There we go.
The upper. Last year's upper had the knit thing going on. The little, I know they're using like recycled knits, recycled plastics for the mid. I like the idea of like using the environment into a shoe, but besides the whole like good morality of it, I don't think it feels the best. It's kind of a lot of extraness going on. It makes the shoe not as breathable on the sides, but I do like how they open up the mesh part towards the toe. That part definitely helped from last year. Last year it was just too hot. They had that plasticky feel to it, and this is a little more of a normal mesh. If they could just like use that little plastic knit a little bit better and not put so much around it, we'll be better off. But yeah, that's my thoughts. I mean, it's okay. I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's kind of in that middle. Depending if you're a Boost fan, this is your shoe. But if you're someone who is open to other things, I feel like, there's other options out there.
Yeah, when I put on this shoe, it really reminded me of the Supernova. So if you are a big Adidas Supernova fan, I definitely recommend checking this out. Otherwise, explore the rest of the sneaker market, because spending all your money on this shoe right here, it's not worth it.
$160, man. Now on sale, if this was like $120,
oh, I'd definitely be
interested. I feel like I'd be a little more like open and be like, all right, this is a good shoe. But for $160, I expect a little more, in this case, a little less as far as what's going on. Sometimes being simple is just better. This is a little more extra than it needs to be. But yeah, that's our thoughts. Thank you, Running Rabbit, for supporting this channel. Hopefully you do it again, because we need support.
And we're enjoying it, man.
Yeah, so we're out here just enjoying our day. But with that said, be sure to stay in school. Don't do drugs. And if you can, be sure to keep it tight.
Keep it tight.
Yeah, that was good, man.
That's awesome.
Good.
That was fun.
Ever since I can remember, I've been popping my collar.
Dude, it's high quality rabbits, baby. Made out of real rabbits.
I checked that watch though.
Dude, from rabbits.
Even the watch?
Nah, I got that from Expert Voice, but I don't think they sponsor us.
Nah, they ain't get no credit for that.
Oh, no.
I'm with the sides right
the
here.
rabbit made it.
God, I missed it. Shit. It's good, it's good. Walk off and try to give it a go. All right, so walk off. No. So what's gonna happen? Hold on. I'm not ready yet. Let me get it together. Loaded Lux, let me get it together. Yeah, what? Hold on. Yeah, so you go whoosh and just go that way.
Okay, so walk that way, then you turn.
Yeah, well, we'll start over here. Now you'll just come right down.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good. I just wanna. All right.
Is it too dirty for the camera? What do you think?
Nah, man, keep them dirty, man.
Keep 'em dirty?
Keep them dirty.
Like, add some character.
Add some character, man.
Yes, sir. All right.